How do I raise myself from a 9 to 5 a job into my own business or my own consulting or my own freelancing with ease? Tonight, I'm going to give my best shot to tackle this very thorny question that a lot of my clients come to me with it. Let's go. Good evening, good evening. So, the question that we want to talk about tonight, and that a lot of my clients come to me with, is Nabila, moving from I really, really want to work for myself. I really, really want to work my own hours and work and earn my own money. I really, really see myself being my own boss, doing my own thing, living my own life on my own terms. But I don't know how. I'm so used to the paycheck that I find it difficult to see myself already there. Jumping seems to be connected with a lot of fear. So how do I do it? So tonight I'm going to walk you through the process of handling that discussion that you need to have with yourself, because I'm going to break it down that the most important thing is that you have this discussion with yourself when you are considering jumping from a 9 to 5 a job, supposedly a stable job, into your own business, or into freelancing, or into working your own hours at your own and earning your own money. Okay, so this is basically the issue. So um, Bill Gates. I was watching, a segment or footage from Bill Gates, and he says, "What does he say?" He says, "What I learned my whole life, I'm going to teach it to you in 1 minute." And he says, "Listen to this. The salary. What does he say? He says a salary is the drug your employer gives you to forget your dreams." I'm not sure if you like this. Some might be saying, "Oh, he can. Of course, he can say anything he wants because he's got the money, he's got the cash, he's got, you know." But it's not always easy to make that jump. So say hi, say hello, good evening, everyone. Please say hi. Hey there, everyone. So happy to have everybody in this community. So, is everybody in here? Yeah. Okay, great, 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 great. So, so we started with this quote by Bill Gates, where he says, "A salary is the drug that your employer gives you to forget your dreams." Asma, what do you think? Hello, Asma. 9 to 5 is, what are the advantages? In fact, let's talk about both sides, and then I will walk you through the process of transitioning, because tonight we are considering the transition from a 9 to 5 to having your own business, or having your own consulting, or having your own freelancing, or whatever you want. So why is it difficult? First of all, why is it difficult? Tell me, Asma, everyone who is on the call, why is it difficult for people to leave the job structure, so to speak? Why? What do you think? Of course, first of all, because of the habit, because we have been conditioning. We need to understand that there is a lot of conditioning involved with the idea of being in a job. In a job is generally associated with a status, especially when you go up in the rank. You are, because there are so many challenges. Of course, Asma says, yes, the job is connected with security. In our collective mind as well as our individual mind, a job is connected with security. Like you do certain things that you are asked to do, and then in return, you are going to get enough, for your monthly work. So it's pretty much like a consistent. There is, you can rely on the paycheck, you know. So there is a certain sense of stability, you know. And when we transition, especially if we've been conditioned for a long period of time, like 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 years, and especially people around the midlife, place, like in the 40s and so on, they start thinking, oh, what if I do this or I do that? It becomes a bit difficult because of the years of conditioning, the years of programming we have regarding doing the job. So number one, there is a lot of conditioning involved with the job. There is a lot of judgment, involved with the job. Like if you leave a job, one of my clients was telling me yesterday, her dad was telling her, "You see, why did you leave your job? How are you going to find a good job now?" Because this is the mentality, is that a job might be difficult to find, and a job means stability. So to a certain extent, there is judgment as well, judgment of the family, judgment of the community, a judgment of the kids, a judgment of the partner, a judgment of the family. I remember when I left my 9 to 5 job, uh, to relocate to another country, to relocate to Saudi and so on. I mean, none of my family knew about that, knew that I actually resigned from a university professor job. And nobody in my country, nobody leaves in like a university professor job and a government job, because it means stability. It means nobody can touch you. It means retirement. It means safety. It means it's the easy ride, so to speak, all the way to retirement. Hello, hello, everyone. Iman is here, and Iman is giving a shout out to Wm that that she's here. Okay, amazing, amazing. That means we are doing the thing, so as everybody knows about. Iman, hello, hello. We are talking about how can we easily transition from a 9 to 5 job into our own consulting, or our own business, or our own free lancing with ease, without the sometimes the trauma that is connected with the transition, right? And we were talking about why is it that people feel afraid, to make such moves. One, because the job in our collective mind is connected with stability, with consistency of income, with the stability of income coming into our life, into our bank account, and so on. And the second thing, it's the fear of judgment. We are afraid of being judged, by the family, by the community, by colleagues, and so on and so forth. Now, how can we handle then? What do you think, Iman and Asma and VM and everybody who is in here? Say hello. How can we? And I'm going to repeat the the quote I mentioned at the beginning of the session from Bill Gates, who says the salary is the drug that your employer gives you to forget your dreams. I find this powerful. You may or may not agree with it. I mean, we are open to discussion here. But it's basically the way we look at it is the following. It's either you are going to follow your dreams, follow what you want to do the things you are so passionate about, or you are going to enter the system. You are going to enter the system or the if you like, the paradigm or the outfit that is going to use you to achieve your dreams. There is no like other way. It's either you are setting or working your own hours and working your own hours and earning your own money, or you are so to speak being used, and please I'm using this with all the love and the respect for all of you, for if you are in positions, in jobs, in careers, and so on and so forth. I myself come from the corporate place, but this session is for those of you who asked me, Nabila, how do I ease myself into my own freelancing, my own business? There is the fear of loss. Absolutely, Iman. There is the fear of loss. The fear of loss of something we think is consistent. We think is once it's gone, it will not come back. So yes. What was I saying? You distracted me, Iman. I got distracted with your comment. I love your comment so much that I got distracted. So, what we were saying, I'm going to go over the discussion that you need to have with yourself in order to ease into, accepting different options in life, including the option of one day working for yourself and working your own hours and earning your own money, and not being if you like employed by somebody else. I think the point is really 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 clear. So what can we do to ease into this discussion? So the first thing we need to understand, it's a discussion that we need to have with ourselves before we have the discussion with anyone else. One of the mistakes that people who are considering going into freelancing or going into a business or going into working for themselves is that they go around and they start asking, what do you think, what do you think, what do you think? And I know, I mean, it's with all the good intentions. You go asking, for your sister's opinion, your bestie's opinion, a colleague at work, and you go and ask about, what do you think? What do you think if I, left the job and went on my own business? As Maqasim says, I think people can do both if they are capable. Choose a job you love, and you'll never have to work a day in your life. There we are. I love this. Okay, we are getting a bit, into that. Now, what is the point I was making? I was making the point that before, it's very, very important that you strengthen yourself from inside before you start having this kind of discussion. When you start having this kind of discussion with other people, you need to have that strength inside about your decision. And this strength about your decision inside can come only if you come to terms. We call it coming to terms with a decision. What does it mean coming to terms with the decision? Meaning you've become so convinced about your decision that you are able to explain your position to somebody, especially if you care about that person, and you care about, how they are going to look at things and so on. And the second thing is, if somebody judges you or says that's a wrong decision, you will regret it, you will never find a job like this one, da 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 da, then do you have the courage, or do you have that certitude or that security inside to say, that's okay, that's what you think, I respect it, but I'm going to do it anyway? So the problem with the transition, or one of the killers of dreams, to be honest, a lot of people are dreaming about having their own outfits, their own consulting, their own business, their own freelancing. Yet one of the issues with the transition is that they jump immediately into action and they think it is about doing. It's not about doing. The most important battle is the battle you have to have here. It's with yourself, it's with your own decision. So the most important battle that you have to win is the mindset battle, not the doing battle, so to speak. Hello, hello. And I see my favorite people in the world all around here. And I see Ilham in here, and Fatima in here, and Iman here, and Asma here. Amazing. Good to see you all in here. We are discussing the transition or phasing out of a 9 to 5 job into working your own hours and doing what you love doing, earning your own money. How do we ease into that? I'm going to walk you through this. You have to strengthen yourself, Iman says. Yes. So the first battle, before you start convincing other people, don't try to do that. I suggest you don't share your intention when it's still at its beginning. Strengthen yourself from inside, consolidate your opinion from inside, until you are strong, at least from inside, to go with your decision. Um, so what is the kind of discussion you say, Nabila? Okay, fair enough. I need to win the discussion. I need to win the battle of my mind first. What is the battle of my mind first? I'm going to walk you through questions, and if you please kind of interact with me in here, so as we so the first thing I always suggest to my clients is, are you able to raise your income level coming from the freelancing, the side business, the side hustle, or the freelancing? Are you able to raise the income coming from this side hustle that you are doing or that you want to do? Are you able to raise it to the point where the salary becomes a moot point? It becomes like a no-brainer that you have replaced the income coming from the paycheck, from the salary, into your freelancing or into your business. Isra is here. What if we are internally convinced but don't have a backup plan? I'm going to walk you about the backup plan, because Isra, this is an excellent question. But you see, even half the answer is in the question itself, and I'm going to walk you through the process. So the first question, ask yourself, am I able to raise the income coming from my side hustle, coming from my side business, coming from, for example, investments. Uh, it could be anything, a real estate investment or something that is, similar or equal to at least the salary. You see what I mean? I never, advise my clients to jump in the nowhere, as it is. I always want, because I did this for myself, and this is how I see it. As women, as adults, as moms, we have kids, we have things, we have bills to pay, we have school fees, we have installments for or investments. Don't call it a mortgage. We have investments that we pay for example, for a house or for the car or for what. And you can't just, kind of jump in there and say, whatever, I'm going to jump. Although some people do. But I generally suggest, work on the side hustle, enough, in such a way as it starts bringing you income that is equal or higher than the paycheck. And you will be surprised at how fast you can do that. At the beginning, it may seem like a little bit of a woohoo or a hippy dippy, kind of thought. But I guarantee you, once you set up your mind into doing that, you are going to start seeing solutions. You are going to start seeing people. You are going to start seeing opportunities come to you in that direction. So that's number one. Am I able to raise? Am I able? So please write these questions in the chat box so others can benefit from it. Pay it forward. Pay it forward. Am I able to raise my income from my side hustle to the level of the paycheck? That way, you can transition and you say, I'm already doing enough from my side hustle to replace the job. That can give the ease. That can give the ease. If you do it even for 1 month, you give yourself the proof of concept. If you do it for 1 month, like you make enough income to replace the salary, you have a proof of concept that you've done it. What the next battle would be to keep the consistency coming from the side hustle, to keep the consistency coming from the business. Question number two. So, is my business or is my side hustle bringing me enough income to replace the if you like, the paycheck from the salary? And as I said, you will be surprised at how soon or how quickly you are going to see that actually by working a couple of hours in the evening, you are going to quickly replace the salary from the job. So that's number one. Number two, so that gives you a layer of security layer number two. So please write your takeaway in the chat, please, so as others can benefit. Am I able to raise my income from the side business, from the side hustle, into a level where it replaces the salary from the job? That gives you a layer of security or a layer of reassurance. That's number one. Now the next step is to make that income coming from the side hustle consistent enough over months, in such a way is so first a proof of concept that you can do it, and then the consistency that you can sustain yourself and your family and your expenses through that. Second thing, if not immediately starting the business or anything, then ask yourself, do I have enough savings to survive for my basic expenses at least 3 or 6 months? Anything between 3 or 6 months is going to be enough for you to take that move. So do I have enough savings to sustain me? And please do not assume, do your calculations to calculate your basic, the things that need to happen for you to stay at the same standard of living or at the same level of comfort, with your family, in order, like having your bills paid, having your investments paid, having everything taken care of. So question number one: did I raise my income, from the side hustle up to the salary? That's number one. Number two: do I have enough? If not from the business, then do I have enough savings to survive with the main basic expenses to live comfortably? From my savings, enough savings. Anything between 3 to 6 months would be good. Now, the third thing that I really, really, really advise that you do is to sit down with your fears. To sit down. You heard me right. Have your cup of coffee, ready with your fears, and have a nice cup of coffee with your fears. Sit down with your fears. You say, what do you mean, sit down with my fears? Yes, sit down and say, where does this fear of, if I jump, it's scary. And I know it is scary. And all of us, anyone who is in the workplace, at least now, less so the generations that are coming. We have research that the latest generations are not so afraid of freelancing and starting their own startup or anything. It's just the people who are currently transitioning in the workplace that are afraid of leaving the corporate job. So sit with yourself and ask yourself, where is this fear coming from? Sit with your fear and say, where is this fear? Where is this fear coming from? Why am I afraid? We need to understand. So you say, I am afraid of jumping because I am so used. This is called a paradigm. I am afraid because I'm so used to the paradigm of receiving this level of income from the corporate job. And I'm not yet comfortable, receiving, or I haven't formed a paradigm, or I haven't formed a system of thinking, I haven't formed a new habit of thinking yet, that the my side business, or my startup, or my freelancing is actually bringing me safety and security. So what's going to happen in our mind, in our collective mind? The corporate job and the fixed salary at the end of the month, sometimes even if it's way below what you deserve, what you deserve, it's connected. Jumping out of that consistency income is connected with doubt, worry, and fear. So those doubts, Fatma Al-Barwani here. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Fatma. So the doubt, fear, and worry that is connected with jumping out of a 9 to 5 job has to do with you having your mind having like a paradigm of the corporate job means safety, the corporate job means security, the corporate job means consistency. But something else, you haven't formed a paradigm, you haven't formed a habit of thinking yet about the freedom about you haven't formed a system that that is that becomes a habit of thought that I can do what I want and I will still be earning money. I can do what I love and I can still do the money. In our mind, uh, going to work is connected with earning money. We haven't formed a program yet. I can be staying at home, working from my computer, and still earning good money. That's scary. Fear comes from our programming. Thanks to Dr. Nabila to help me break through my fear barrier wall. Love and blessings, Fatma Barouani. Thank you so much for that's something I really, really take to heart. And I'm so proud of you and what you are doing. I'm watching you. Don't you think I'm not watching you? I'm watching you and I'm very, very proud of what you are doing. Keep going. Keep going. You are absolutely awesome. So tell yourself, so what is the story? So when you sit with your fears, you say, this doubt, fear, and worry, it's coming from that I'm comfortable because I have a program called going to job and earning a paycheck at the end of the month. That's comfortable. I haven't formed a program for I'm doing what I love doing. I am showing up on social media, and that's earning me money and earning me people, who I'm going to work with and everything. And it's still going to earn me money. We need time, to form this second paradigm, okay? The new paradigm that money can come from freelancing, money can come from the side business, money can come from the side hustle, and so on and so forth. Good evening, Sana. How is it going? Right. Okay. The third question. The third question I would like you to ask yourself. This is like it's the one question that we ask once in a lifetime. What's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen? Ask yourself, sitting with your fear, you ask yourself, what's the worst that can happen? Okay, what's the worst? I'm going to try to fly on my own for 1, 2, 3 months, and God forbid, if it doesn't happen, what's the worst that can happen? I'm going to go back to a job. I'm going to go back to a job, which basically means going back to the place where you are right now. That's the worst thing that can happen, is that you are going to go back to a place where you are right now. So when you break it down to, really to a step-by-step process, you're going to notice actually, by betting on yourself, by putting stakes on yourself, it's not actually so scary. You're going to try something, you're going to do something, and if it doesn't happen, then you're going to go back to the place where you are right now. You see what I mean? So at the end of the day, a lot of people connect leaving the job and jumping in the absolute into becoming totally desperate, totally destitute, totally poor, having no money, living in the street. And actually, no. You see what I mean? It's not that way. This is what happens is our mind is going to play those tricks. It's going to tell you, oh my God, you will not be able to do so and so. Oh my God, you will not be able to pay your car. Oh my God, you will not be able to do so. And your mind, that's its job. The survival mind is going to bring the worst case scenarios so as to scare you, and you go back into the job. It's going to play and it's your job to exercise your will. Now, once you um, once you ask these questions, once you ask these questions, the questions that I mentioned here, Uh, Absolutely amazing, Fatma. That's exactly what we are going to talk about right now. Once you break through the wall of fear, it's called the terror barrier. Fear is normal in any decision out of your comfort zone. Fear is going to sneak its face in your life. There's absolutely nothing where you can change your life or change a job or change a house or change the car or change anything without the fear. Without the fear, there's going to be fear all the time. It's our way of managing this fear that is going to play if you like, an important role in this. So what we are going to do once we've asked these questions and broke down the fear into these questions, and we answered these questions and we realize it's not so desperate at the end of the day, then we are going to ask this amazing question that is on the other side of fear. What's the best scenario for me? What's the best scenario for me? Once you've broken through the wall of fear, ask yourself, what's the best scenario? Well, the best scenario is my business is going to pick up. The best scenario is I'm going to buy my beach house. The best scenario is I'm going to buy an apartment for my mom. My best scenario is I'm going to send the kids to study abroad. My best scenario. And then you go boom, 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 boom. About what are the things you are going to do with starting your own business, starting your working your own hours. Working my own hours, meaning I wake up when I want and I schedule my time when I want and I decide, and coming from that place, you are going to notice it's absolutely amazing, because we always tend to think, no, this is not for me, maybe this is not for me, this is for other people but not for me. But here, when you hit this one, now only focus on the best scenario. Once you break through fear by answering these questions, stay there, stay in the best scenario, stay in how this is going to happen, stay in the vibration that it's going to be amazing, stay in the vibration. If I made it the first month to earn enough money to replace the salary, say if I did it once, I made the proof of concept. I can do it the second month and the third month and the fourth month and forever. And as a matter of what? As a matter of fact, watch me. I'm going to double and triple and quadruple this income. Your vibration and your motivation, when you cross the fear, is going to accelerate big time. You are going to have the power of acceleration, because now you are coming from a place of faith and not a place of fear. Once you break through the fear, you are going to get to a place of faith, and when you are in faith, there is an acceleration, there is momentum, there is a vibration that's now going to wake you up first thing in the morning, and you say, hell yeah, I'm going to go after all of this. Listen, the conclusion I want to finish this live with is that fear is a projection of our mind. Fear is a projection of our mind. So the fear is reflecting the paradigms or the programs that we have inside. The fear is not reflecting the actual things that you can do out of faith. So we are all the time, every day, confronted with this question. I wake up every morning and I say, am I going to act out of fear, out of the problems I'm seeing, or am I going to act out of faith? out of I can do it, out of I'm going to start walking. Hey guys, hey God, I'm going to start. I've taken the decision to believe in myself and start walking towards my goal, towards what I want, and you are going to be taken care of. You are just going to hit it big, big time. And in no time, I guarantee you, you're going to be looking back and laugh and say, oh my God, if I stayed in the in that job. I have clients come back to me and they say, I wanna hug you because I wanna hug this person who dismissed me or who terminated my contract because he pushed me through the edge to think for myself, to think out of the box, to face my fear, which was nothing. It was just energy in motion. It's an emotion, energy in motion. It's your own fears. And when you break through them, wow, faith is right there waiting for you, and the whole universe is going to rearrange itself to bring you what you want to you sooner rather than later. Believe, and your belief will create the fact. Thank you so much. Listen, I am to consolidate this concept of how to make a quantum jump in your career and walk the talk and everything. I'm having this masterclass on June 7th called How to Achieve a Quantum Career Jump and the place of a confident identity in it. I'm going to, on the 7th of June, this in like in 2 weeks, right? So if that is you who wants to have the blueprint or the roadmap into how to make this quantum leap, into your career, your dream career, your next level up, whether a career or a business, then this masterclass is simply for you. So hashtag career. We are going to put the registration link to the masterclass in the comment. So we can put the link to the masterclass in the comment, and if you want to be invited to the masterclass on how to make a quantum jump, then hashtag masterclass. Hashtag masterclass. Everyone in here, even in Instagram as well, hashtag masterclass, and we will make a point of sending you the link to register and secure your place because our spots are limited. And then we can take it from there. Thank you, everyone. I was so delighted to have you in this discussion. Hashtag masterclass if you want to be invited for the masterclass. Thank you, everyone, and see you soon. Bye.